Hi, welcome to our foundation training series. This is the second video of the 6 that make up our beginners foundation series. My name is Edson Prucka, and I'm glad that you are back to go with me on the journey to success in Noland. One thing I want to make sure that you do not miss is the fact that we already have a video that we did, and I hope you've taken time to go through the foundation, because that video, we talked about the mindset and we talked about how you're going to approach this business. And now that you have understood how you were approaching the business, let's talk about the real business now. Many times, people come to me and ask me, Edson, how have you managed to build a team of over 15,000 people in such a short time? Now, those who are even friendly come to me privately and ask, where do you find all those people? My answer is never a one statement answer. I always share my story, and I'll tell you this again. When I started network marketing, I was fresh from high school. No degree, no diploma, no certificate, no education, basically. I come to the city. I'm so excited about the opportunity. I'm talking to everybody, and you can imagine which kind of people I was talking to. Of course, straight from the village, I am in the city, and I just know, the simple people, the common person. I didn't have great contacts. As a matter of fact, all the people that I knew, most of them could not even afford the products that we are offering in Noland. It was a very, very difficult time. But I thank God that I never gave up. And you'll wonder, what did I do then that I have been able to build an international size business? How on earth have I even built a business in different countries? How? I'll talk to you about that exactly, and that's why we are here. I'll not hide anything. So let me begin again with your mindset, your perspective. Mindset is everything. When it comes to prospecting, when it comes to finding people to talk to, finding people to recruit in your business, I want you to understand that recruiting is not selling. It is totally different. Recruiting people for your business is offering an opportunity. So in other words, recruiting is offering an opportunity. It's not selling. So I want you to look at yourself as the person who God has sent with a solution, and now you're approaching somebody. In other words, you are a problem solver. And I will tell you, people are out there struggling with challenges. People are sick. Right from the lastborn to the firstborn, their mother, their father, their relatives, everybody in the house has a health problem. And so I want you to look at yourself as the messenger of hope to this family. Whether they have money or not, whether they like you or not, it does not matter what their perception is. After all, you don't even know. That's what you think, by the way. When you're looking at this business and you want to grow a big team, I want you to approach it as a problem solver. That way, you'll be able to talk to people with ease, with confidence, and you don't even have any pressure, because after all, the problem is theirs. So if they take your solution, well and good. If they say no, no feelings. It's their problem, isn't it? So that's the first thing that I want you to know. You are a problem solver. Whether it's a health challenge, a financial problem, lifestyle issue, they have mortgage and the bank is about to take their mortgage, offer them this opportunity because you know that Noland is a business that can help them to make some extra money that can pay off their mortgage. You get the point? So talk to them as a solution giver, not as a seller. Now, I am a student of one of the greatest teachers in network marketing ever, Mr. Eric Worre, great friend of mine. And I personally learned my skills of prospecting from Eric Worre. Eric says there are 3 categories of people in network marketing. And I hope you have come across, this training. If you haven't, please reach out to Eric. Go for his trainings. You'll learn a lot from him. Eric says there are 3 types of people. Number 1, we have posers in network marketing. We have amateurs and we have professionals. Of course, even before I tell you who they are, you already like the professional part, isn't it? He says amateurs are people like me in the beginning who approach the business with a mental list. You have some 10 to 20 people or 30 in your mind, and you know that, I'm going to talk to so and so and so and so and so and so. You probably know which problems they have, and quickly you reach out to them. Now, eventually, as you talk to them, your list is running out, and some of them will say yes, others will say no, and before you know it, you run out of people, and you're wondering, who else? Who next? Now, those are the amateurs, and there are very many amateurs. Now, there's another better part, slightly better, not best, but better. They are the first group was the posers. Now, they are the amateurs. Amateurs are a little bit better than posers. For them, they write a list. They make a list of maybe 50 or 100 people or 200, and they begin to tick one by one. One says yes, they put a tick. If they say no, they put an X, and they go draining the list. Before you know it, the list is done and they are stuck. Now, I have been there as well, and I have seen many people who start that way, and it's not nice. Man, time comes when you begin to become desperate because you realize you've talked to everybody on the list and they have either said yes or no, and then you're wondering, what next? Where do I get other people? Now, the third category, which I love the most, is the professionals. And I love the way he teaches us to become professionals. And I will teach you the same thing. Professionals write a list, just like the amateurs, but then for them, they keep their list growing. So in other words, they don't have a list of 200 only. They make sure that every day they add on their list. It's a growing candidate list. I want you to become a professional right from the beginning. How are you going to approach this business? You need to start by getting a list, a written list of your people. So there are categories of people you can use in order to be able to remember as many as possible. We normally call it a memory jogger. I talked about the memory jogger in my previous training, which was the foundation training, First Steps. I hope you watched that training. It's a very amazing training. And in that training, I give the different categories. But just for today, let me give you a little bit of guidance. Begin with your warm market. These are basically people that you know and they know you. Your family members, your friends, your OBs and OGs, college alumni, church mates. People you have met at the different churches or mosques where you have gone for worship, your neighbors, your acquaintances, people that you always do business with. That's what we call the warm market. Now, as you start with the warm market, I want to warn you. In most cases, the people who know us so much take us for granted. You've probably heard of a saying that says, you can never be a prophet in your hometown. Yes, sometimes they accept faster, but sometimes they do not. Now, in order to lessen the resistance of the warm market, I recommend that you use what we call third-party tools. What are third-party tools? In other words, have someone else talk to them on your behalf. Even when you have all the answers, you still want to bring another person that they are not used to so much, and they listen from that person. Usually, when you hear from another person, you tend to feel like, okay, maybe it's true. So third party helps me so much. For me, it has helped me. It could be an event. Bring them to an event. So your job is just to talk to them and invite them for the event. An event becomes a third party tool. Share with them a recorded video. Give them a flyer. Give them a link of a certain presentation. Give them a testimony of somebody. In other words, let someone else be the one to talk to them on your behalf. Okay? So that's the warm market. And now we have the cold market. Strangers, basically. You don't know them, they don't know you. So you just meet someone on the road, you meet them at the restaurant, you meet them at the bank, and these are people that you don't have a relationship with, basically. Okay? Now, it's a very, very great and important skill for you to learn how to connect with the cold market. For some people, and for many people, including myself, the biggest part of my business has come from the cold market. Because if you can remember my story, my background, the people who I knew before, they knew a totally broke guy who has failed to even go to college and finish school. I mean, there was nothing much I would convince somebody about and give them an opportunity. After all, somebody would ask, if you have found an opportunity, why don't you first use that opportunity to change your life, and then you can come and talk to me? You get the point. So most of the people that accepted my offer first were the strangers, the people that I met later in life. And I want to be honest with you, 90% of my business has come from them. The warm market has come to accept later, but the first people were the cold market. So I'll teach you how you can connect with this cold market as well. Now, these are, like I said, these are people that you're meeting in life. One of the things that has helped me so much is I read a book called How to Win Friends and Influence People. It's a great book. I'll recommend it so much. That book taught me that if you want to influence somebody with an idea, a suggestion, whatever it is, that includes recruiting them or selling to them your product, make them your friend first. There is also another training I attended by Les Brown, and he says, people do business with people they love, trust, and like. Before you approach the cold market, before you tell them about your products, first make them a friend. First connect with them. Build a rapport. It doesn't matter how long you take. Some it can take you a minute, others it will take you a day, others it will take you a month. Others it can even take you a year to build a connection with them. But it's going to be easier for you to talk to someone and someone to accept your business offer if they like you, if they trust you, and if they like, trust, and know. So make sure they know you, they like you, and they trust you. Okay. Now, it's not going to be enough that you've written a list, okay? And I want to encourage you that as you meet these strangers, always have your list with you. You go to a mobile money agent, you talk to them, you withdraw your money. After you've withdrawn your money, ask them their name, okay? Just ask for the name. Once you know the name, you don't have to ask for the number immediately. You go. The next time you come, ask them and greet them this time by their name. And they are wondering, you remember my name? That's the first impression. The third time you come to withdraw mobile money, you ask them now something else. You start a conversation. Before you know it, they are becoming free with you. They give you their number and you start the conversations. As time goes by, the opportunity comes and you invite them for a meeting. That's how we build a cold market and become, that's how you are able to build an ever expanding market from strangers. Learn to turn strangers into friends, and then the friends can do business with you. I also want to encourage you to make use of social media. Social media has come. It's a new revolution. Everybody's on Facebook, TikTok, WhatsApp, Instagram, Snapchat, X, name them. All these platforms are great places where you can get as many friends as possible. So you're not only limited to the people that you meet physically, but even the people you can interact with on social media. Make sure that when you go to social media, you are social, because it's social media. Some of you go to social media and you're like a robot. Don't be a robot on social media. Have some sense of humor. Bring some fun on social media. On your status, share some funny stuff. Make people feel, it's some kind of entertainment, even when there is business there, but people love it more when there is some little bit of entertainment and fun, and you're social and you can comment. You don't just scroll. You're just reading and scrolling. Come on. When someone has posted something, at least if you're too busy to type, give it just a thumb or a heart, okay? So social media is one great place that you can make a lot of friends, and you can connect with these friends and eventually make them your business partners. The other thing I will encourage you to do is find some networking opportunities from the clubs. Join clubs. Okay. If you have a voice, go and join a choir. Go and join as many choirs as you can, because every club that you join, it could be a Rotary Club, a Lions Club, a Red Cross, whatever club is around you. It's a savings and credit association. It's a ladies thing. It's a women's thing. It's a single mothers, whatever. Go and join a club. Every club you join introduces you to a new set of people. And like I said, the people who didn't know you from the start, they don't know your dark past. They only take you as you have come, and they begin judging you based on how you behave going forward. They have no idea the mistakes, the faults, the weaknesses of your past. So it's a good opportunity for you to increase your circle, and joining clubs is one sure thing that will help you to achieve that. Go to weddings, every event that you can that is around you, go and attend those events. The other thing I'll encourage you to do is referrals. Learn to ask for referrals. If you ever sell a product to somebody and the product worked for them, be bold enough to ask them to refer you to their network. You see, when a client is happy about your product, they cannot say no. They cannot refuse, especially if they have seen you credible enough. Remember the other three characters. If they like you, and they know you, and they trust you. Whenever you ask for a contact, for a referral, they will give you their contacts. They will open up their names and say, please talk to my auntie, please talk to my uncle, please talk to my boss. He has this and this problem. And they will even call and recommend you, and they say, that guy, they call us doctors because we sell health products. That doctor, this is the doctor's number. And then you get someone calling you and say, I got your number from so-and-so. So learn to ask for referrals. And whenever you get these referrals, be smart enough to deal with them with integrity, because every person you meet will connect you to the next person, and you don't know who they will connect you to. Again, my mentor Eric Worre says, it's not just about that one prospect you're dealing with, but the world behind them. That one person that you have met in the bus can connect you to the entire country where they have their sister married. So treat everybody with respect, treat everyone with integrity, and make sure that you are human enough, because people want to interact with human beings and not robots. Lastly, I'll give you some 3 tips that can help you to increase your contact list. I hope you're enjoying the training so far, and I hope you're realizing that you can actually have as many people as possible, even enough than those that you can talk to, right? So let me give you some 3 tips to help you increase your name list. Number 1, be intentional. When you go to a wedding, when you go to a restaurant, when you get to the bus, when you enter the bank, wherever you go, always remember you have a solution to someone's problem. Make it a point that you're going to introduce yourself to a new person, make a friendship with that person, and see how you can become relevant in their life. See how your opportunity can change their life. Be intentional. You don't go to a restaurant and sit on an empty table when there is another table and there is only one guy seated there. Come on. Go sit where there is somebody. Start a conversation. Talk about football. Talk about politics. Talk about the weather. As you're having the discussion, talk about the food, how the restaurant is nice and all that. As you're discussing, one day you'll meet that guy somewhere and you remember, oh, we met at so-and-so, such and such a restaurant. And you begin the relationship. Before you know it, you have a great friend. You have a great prospect who eventually becomes your business partner. Are you getting my point? Be intentional. Number 2, focus on building relationships. I think I already talked about this enough, but I'll just make this point clear to you. People love making friendships. There is no one on earth who doesn't want to make friends. Even when your product is not as good as it should be, even when you don't know how to explain a product, somebody can buy from you simply because of the relationship that you have with them. Of course, we have great products, but good products do not sell themselves. It's people who sell them. So you're going to do business with your relationships. Focus on building relationships with people. And lastly, I know that sometimes you can develop fear. Yes, you want to talk to somebody, but you have fear. You've got into the lift. There are 3 people around you, and you're going to the 10th floor, and everybody is, in their world, and there's that fear in you. The willingness is there, but the body is weak. I want you to start practicing something called the 3-foot rule. Feet. This is what it means. Everyone within a radius of 3 feet from you, try to talk to them. Even if it's just a hello. Do not ever meet someone, whether you're on the bus, seated on the same chair, or you're in a lift, or you're at a restaurant. Never ever miss an opportunity to say hello to somebody who is closer to you at any one moment. Even if you don't take their phone number, even if you don't talk much, at least from today, I want you to practice this. Everyone who is closer to you, at least say hello to them. Just say, hi, how are you? And my name is Edson. What's your name? They'll tell you their name. Even if you end there. Now, as you practice talking to people around you, eventually it becomes a habit. It becomes comfortable for you to talk to strangers. I know that very many people are not good at talking to strangers, but it's a skill you can learn, and just begin from there. Greet somebody near you. The more you greet, the more you become comfortable with people. And eventually, you will get their phone number, you'll make friendships, and you'll be like those people that you admire who are good at prospecting. Have you learned something? I hope you have. Now, the next training, we are going to talk about how and what to talk to the people you have written. You see, as you're writing down the names, you have not talked to anyone, right? And I hope you don't talk to anybody until you watch the next training. Because in the next training, now I'm going to teach you how to start the conversation. What do you say? So that eventually this conversation turns out to be business. I hope to see you in the next series. Make sure that you have liked this video. Make sure that you have subscribed to my channel. And make sure that you share this link with a friend, with a teammate, with your downline. Because if your team can get these skills, I can assure you, your success will skyrocket. I hope to see you. Cheers.